Hello and welcome to the Beyond the Hustle podcast. My name is Lydia and I'm a mindset coach for high-achieving entrepreneurs and leaders. In this podcast, I share insights into how you can create a life of freedom, happiness, personal fulfillment, and even more success without the hustle and stress. Have fun and enjoy. Welcome to a new podcast episode, and this podcast episode is rewriting your inner narrative and how to overcome limiting beliefs. Okay, the first question now is, why would you even care? Like, why would you like to overcome limiting beliefs? What is the reason behind that? Most of us have desires. Most of us have things in our lives that we don't like. And we have things in our life that we would like to have that we perhaps don't have yet. And you have to understand that your thoughts create. I will go a little bit deeper into that in a moment. Your thoughts create, and thoughts that you've repeated often enough become your beliefs. So if we say that thoughts create, we basically say that beliefs create your reality. And if you hold a lot of limiting beliefs, a lot of negative beliefs, a lot of beliefs of I'm not good enough, this cannot work, I can't make this happen, I'm not good enough, all of these things, this is what you create. You will create scenarios around that. And who would like that? Basically, everything that you don't want, you create through limiting beliefs. And if you want to now create things in your life that you would rather have, you will have to change your thoughts. The only reason why you have what you have and why you don't have what you don't have is because of your thoughts. And let me explain a little bit further. So the laws that we use that are the basis of your thoughts create is coming from quantum physics. And I know, do not quote me as a scientist. I'm not a scientist, and basically, these quantum laws, scientists say they can't prove this, that it works other than for subatomic and atomic particles. However, what we see with my clients, with myself, and millions of other people, that these laws, when you apply them to bigger levels, so to say, and not only on atomic levels, that these things work there as well. So we can't prove it scientifically, but we have the evidence. And you can choose for yourself if you say like, hey, I will wait until we can prove this in a lab, or I will start applying that now and have the results for my own life. As I said, a lot can't be scientifically proven, but lots of people, millions, prove it with their evidence in their own lives. And let's go a little bit further. What do we mean with these laws? You basically can Google the observer effect, you can Google the double slit experiment, and what it basically shows is, or let's say first, quantum physics basically is a branch of physics dealing with the behavior of matter on the scale of atoms or subatomic particles, as I already said. And what we can see that it also is valid for not just at subatomic levels. And the double slit experiment and the observer effect basically is showing that the observation of quantum phenomena by an observer can change the measured result. And this, as I said, is only proven so far for the quantum level, for quantum mechanics or in quantum mechanics, quantum physics. However, we can see that it also works. It seems to work, even though we can't prove it and we can't explain it, so to say, for everyday life, so to say. And it means what you focus on expands, basically. What you as an observer focus on expands and becomes your predominant reality. So instead of being there in wave form, it becomes particles. Your reality becomes like hardens into fact through you focusing on it. Instead of being a quantum soup, everything, full potentiality, everything is possible, everything is there as a waveform, it becomes hardened into fact through you observing it and through you having your thoughts about it. Now we go back to the beginning. Your thoughts create. These quantum laws seem to work in our day-to-day reality as well. And you can give it a go and you can try it out for yourself. And a belief basically becomes your unconscious focus. A belief, what you think about reality, what you think about yourself, becomes your focus. Again, what you focus on expands. What you observe, what you look at, and what you think when you observe things, this is what is becoming your reality. And with that, knowing that, you will take care of your thoughts now, because you know that every single thought creates. Every single thought doesn't create directly, but the more you think the same thoughts, it adds up. So every thought that you think basically creates. And the more you think the same thoughts, it hardens into fact quicker and stronger, so to say. Now, knowing that, you can look at your reality and you can look at all different areas of your life and you can see, oh my God, like my reality is mirroring back to me my beliefs, what I think about other people, what I think about reality, what I think about relationships, about money, about nature, about everything. And now you know what you can do. Like when you know that your limiting beliefs have created a limited life for you so far, you will have to start with your thoughts and change your thoughts to create an unlimited life, so to say. So many people struggle with the results of limiting beliefs in their reality. And I just want to give you certain different examples of that. And then you can see which area you want to start working on, where you want to go from a limited way of living to an unlimited way of living. For example, big one for everyone, no money. Like having not enough money. And there can be a gazillion reasons for that. There are many different thoughts that can play into that. I will just give you some examples. If you check on all people who struggle with money, you will find a story of lack and struggle. Because some people say like, but everything is amazing. I think good thoughts and so on. If we dig deeper, we will find things that make sure that you don't have money. And it does not even have to be just about money. It could be something like feeling not worthy of having, feeling not worthy of being paid. So it can be around money. So some negative beliefs about money is evil, rich people are bad, or it could just be about your self-concept. I am not good enough. I am not worthy. I don't deserve that. Or it could be like about money, for example, it's hard to make money. All my family, everyone always struggled to make money. It can be poverty consciousness, some kind of hero complex of like being like to struggle and being poor is good. It's a lot in religion, like religious beliefs. The poorer I am, the better it is. Like rich people again are bad and poverty is some kind of good thing, which is horrible if we think about it. And what we can say is having money has nothing to do with being born into money, with being born into wealth. It has nothing to do with greed. It has nothing to do with your character. This is why sometimes people wonder, but that's such an evil person. Why does he have so much money? Or it's such a good person. Why don't they have money? Or whatever. Whatever beliefs you hold, you will see that mirrored back in your reality. Money has nothing to do with your character. It has nothing to do with your work. It has nothing to do with anything other than your beliefs. If your predominant thoughts are, it is easy to make money, it's easy to have money, money flows to me all the time. If these are your predominant thoughts on a very deep level, not only your conscious thoughts, but really your unconscious focus, this will be played out in your reality. And you can dig deeper. It's very helpful to do that with a coach because very often, as I said, you are not even aware of what your thoughts are. You think, I have amazing money consciousness, I have amazing abundance mindset or something, but it's not the case. And you will have to figure out what the reason is, why, like what is keeping you from it, what is behind everything. Let's go to a different area. For example, if you struggle in relationships, again, it can be and very often is worthiness issues. I am not worthy or not lovable. Or thoughts you have about men and women in general, like men are bad, men are unfriendly, men are stupid, or the same about women. Or it could be something around it's unsafe to be loved. It is not safe. And again, it has nothing to do with your character. It has nothing to do with your looks. It has nothing to do with your income. It has only to do, everything to do with your beliefs. And this is why sometimes you see people where you think like, oh my God. Some people say, look at this person. He or she is really not that pretty, but look at the person. How did they do that? Or the other way around. Yeah, because it has nothing to do with looks at all. It has to do with your beliefs. And let's take it to the level of business. If you have beliefs around it takes long to build a successful business, or again, unworthiness issues, or building a business is hard work, it's difficult, this will be mirrored back in your day-to-day life in the business area, or it's hard to get clients. People don't want to work with me. All of these things, they are what create your reality. And the same about health. For example, if you have a limiting belief of always bad things always happen to me, or I have accidents all the time, or even just saying all the time that you are a person who is very clumsy. That has nothing to do with health, but I just thought about like having accidents, bumping into things and saying, I am clumsy. Like everything I do, like I break something. This is a belief that you hold, and it will show up in your life. It has nothing to do with who you are. You can be an utterly clumsy person, and if you shift your beliefs, you can be the most non-clumsy person in the world a week later. So, really, you can look at whatever you want to change in your life, whatever you're unhappy with, or what you're happy with, and your job will be to sit down and really find your thoughts. What is the story that you tell about this certain area in your life? Many people struggle predominantly with one or two things. Like there are many people, for them it's super easy to make money, but they struggle in relationships. Or there are other people who have amazing love relationships. It's super easy for them, but money is a big issue. Or health. Like these are the three big areas usually in people's lives. It's money, income, abundance, health, everything around their body or self-image, body image, and relationships. And usually people have one that is really bad, they usually have one that is really good, and they have one that's okay. Or they have two that are really bad and one that's really good. So check in with yourself. And if you say, oh, for me, everything goes well, then you can still check in. Could it go better? Like, are you limiting yourself? Are you okay with money, but could you make even more money? Or do you have loving relationships, but actually it's your partner, like you have an okay relationship, but your partner could be more romantic and you're missing all the dates and you're missing the time together and you miss the feeling of being deeply in love. So many people say that they have a good relationship, but they are missing basically the beginner stage, like the feelings they had in the beginning of a relationship. And you can change that. So it could be that everything is going well for you, but it could go so much better. And there are desires, there are things that you want in your life, because desires are growth. This is why we are here on the planet, to have desires and to have them fulfilled or to fulfill them. And then it comes down to your beliefs, if you will fulfill them or not. Okay, so let's summarize until now. Why would you even care about your limiting beliefs? Because your thoughts create your reality, and your beliefs are thoughts that you have repeated often enough. So basically, your thoughts create your reality. And this comes down to basically the laws, the quantum laws that we can apply that seem to work for our day-to-day lives as well. And you know, like if you want to change things, so you have certain desires or you have certain things that you don't want to experience, like the big question is, how do you change that? In these three areas, for example, money, relationships, and health. How do you do that? How do you rewrite your inner story? How do you change these limiting thoughts? It is super easy. Let's say it's super simple. It's not easy. You will have to go and dig deep. Dig deep. What are the unconscious beliefs that you hold about these certain areas in your life that have created this scenario in your life? So what are the deepest beliefs you hold? What is the story that you tell? What is the story that you tell about yourself? It could be, are you saying, I am lovable, I am worthy, I am amazing at what I do, I deserve all the money, I deserve all the love? This is what you think about yourself. And this is good if you hold these positive thoughts. Then go into the certain topic. For example, money. What do you think about money? I love money. Money loves me. Money comes to me all the time. I can do amazing things with money. People with money are amazing. Rich people are cool. Or do you think the opposite? So what are your beliefs about a certain topic? And what do you think about, for example, other people who have money? So it's always about what you think about yourself, if you deserve it, if you're amazing with it, if you're worthy of it, if you are abundant, if you are like the I am states that you can say here, and the certain topic that you want to change. Or if it's relationships, it could be I am lovable. I am worthy of deep adoration and love. I am magnetic. I am desired. I am loved. All of these things. And then you could go into, what do you think about relationships? Relationships are easy. Relationships always last. Relationships can be so loving and romantic even after 10 or 20 years. Or do you think, oh no, relationships after 5 years get boring and like we are just friends or something? These are all thoughts these are all beliefs that create your reality. And what do you think, for example, about men and women, as I said? What do you think about relationships? What do you think about men and women? And what do you think about people who have amazing relationships? What do you think about people who do not have amazing relationships? And then we go to business, as I already said, or health, a big health topic. What do you think about health? What do you think about your body? What's your self-image, your body? You can change how your body looks. It's kind of crazy. What are the things that you really like about your body? What are the things you really dislike about your body? And now think, how often do you think about these certain body parts that you dislike? So for example, if you don't like your nose, how often do you look into the mirror and look at your nose and think, don't like it? This is what holds your reality in place. This is what holds matter in place, your thoughts. Or my nose is too big, my nose is gigantic, or whatever. This is what keeps it in place. This is what keeps it alive, what keeps it hardened in fact, in matter. And you can change these things. It's kind of crazy, I know. So this is just a very short introduction into how we create and what you create. And now, how to change that? You have to start finding these things that you believe that are detrimental to what you want. So you have to flip the limiting beliefs. For example, if you say my nose is too big, you would say my nose is perfect. The size of my nose is perfect. I love my nose. My nose is nice and small and pointy, or whatever you want your nose to look like. Or the same about relationships. About yourself. I am worthy of love. I love that my partner makes nice dinner for me every day. I love that we have romantic dates every week. If this is not the case right now and you would like to have that, you will have to flip these limiting beliefs that you're having at the moment everywhere. And you can also go into things that you have not thought about. Perhaps you don't necessarily think I am not chosen, I'm not loved, but you also haven't necessarily picked the positive beliefs. So you can also take some time and really focus on the positive beliefs, like I am loved. My partner loves me so much. My partner shows me his or her love every day. I feel love. Like you can really go into that topic and create a very positive, like instead of neutral and not really positive nor negative state, you can go and create it in a way that you want to experience it. This is what you do with your limiting beliefs. You have to flip them and you have to come up with positive beliefs and positive thoughts, so to say, because as I said, your thoughts become your beliefs. And you don't have to wait until they are beliefs. They will automatically become your beliefs if you repeat them often enough. It's a numbers game. And there is much more to say, but this is the basics. These are the basic rules, so to say. And if you start living from that place, from a place of flipping the thoughts and living in a reality where these thoughts are already flipped, it will go quite quickly that your reality shifts into that state, into that, and shows you and mirrors you your new beliefs, so to say. And what else can you do? You will have to come up with a mental diet. So that means it doesn't help to just write down your beliefs once. No, this has to become your predominant story. And this is difficult. I know it can be very difficult. So every time you look into the mirror and you see yourself with a big nose, you will go into, oh, big nose. Oh, I hate this nose. And every time you think about this nose, you will have to come up with a positive. You have to flip this thought. You have to start talking about, my nose is amazing. My nose is small and pointy. I love my nose. And this is the thing. It is not one thought that you think once a day. No, it has to become your predominant story. And then everything with a little bit of lag time will shift and move around it. It will rearrange itself. Your physical reality will rearrange itself to mirror this new story to you. It has to. There is no other way. Oh my God, that was a long episode. But it is so important. Your thoughts create. And it's not that you now think, oh my God, I'm going out and I'm going to break my leg. It won't happen. It has to harden into fact through repetition. So if you keep thinking that all the time, if you're worrying all the time, worry is horrible because worry is creating your reality. If you keep worrying about catching this virus, if you worry about falling down the stairs, you will at some point, it will happen. So stop that. It doesn't matter. Like, it's not bad to think it once or twice, but if it becomes your predominant story, that's the thing. There is a tipping point. If you think more thoughts in the new story that you want to experience, it will happen. If you think more in the old story, this will play out. You will stay in your old story, so to say. It is really about saturating your mind with the new story, with the new thoughts, with the new beliefs, the new thoughts that become your beliefs. Okay. That is the basic thing here. Rewriting your inner narrative, overcoming limiting beliefs comes through first becoming aware of your limiting beliefs in the first place. What are you thinking? Making the unconscious conscious. That's the biggest step. Becoming aware of what you're thinking all the time, what the limiting beliefs are. And it's not, people think, oh, that's so easy. No, I have just in the past 3 months, I have become aware of like such deep-seated limiting thoughts, limiting beliefs I wasn't aware of. And some of them, they sound simple, like this part, for example, I am chosen or I'm not chosen, or I'm good enough, I'm not good enough. But they do create your reality. If you hold on a very deep level, and it can show up in so many different shapes and colors, so to say. If you hold a very deep belief of I am not worthy, I am not good enough, it will play out in all areas of your life. And sometimes it could even be that you feel very worthy in many areas of your life, but not with your significant other, for example. You feel worthy of friendships, you feel worthy of a lot of money, but you don't feel worthy of being loved by your partner fully. So that will play out. It could be that your partner cheats. It could be that your partner just doesn't care about you. There are so many ways, but really, whatever happens to you, the story, for, as I just mentioned, cheating, all of these things, you can go back and see where it originated, what the story was that led to that. It doesn't mean that you did the cheating. It's not about like, oh, we are going to blame it on ourselves. It's not about blaming. It's about awareness. What do I hold in my belief system that created that played out in this way in my reality now? And it's powerful because then you can change everything and anything. And it is much easier with a coach. I love having my coach on my side all the time. So if you want to dig deeper, you can still book my coaching and the mastermind for 50% off for a few more days in May 2023. Just click the link in the show notes and reach out to me and I will explain everything for you. So, have fun. Enjoy the journey of finding your limiting thoughts and then starting to write a new story and starting to basically become a conscious creator. And with that, I will say until the next episode. Did you like this podcast episode? Then please share the love. And if you want to connect with me, check out all my links in the show notes. And you'll also find more information on my high-level mentoring, Thrive Beyond, where I teach you everything around emotional, mental, energetic, and business mastery, either in a one-to-one setting or in a mastermind setting. Thank you for listening, and until the next episode. Much love, Lydia.